Hi, my name is Isra and this is Still Addicted. Welcome back. To the person who wants to stop but just doesn't know how, this is for you. If you're watching this and part of you really wants to stop using, but the other part of you feels completely trapped, and this episode is for you. Seriously, I get it. I have been there where you are right now, and it is fucking horrific. I wish I could take it from you. I really do, but no one else can do this apart from you. But I know how tiring it is. I know how fucking exhausted you are with that washing machine brain of it just going over and over and over again, saying you just don't want to use, but you're there sniffing away, and you're probably crying as well whilst you're doing it, or you've ended up saying, oh, tomorrow will be another day, and you've done the cycle again where you've picked up, you've had a few bit of a buzz, and then you just can't stop, and it gets worse and worse and worse and worse, and your mental health gets so low, and you just don't know how to do it. You don't know how to stop. You just generally have no clue. It's so fucking hard. It's so hard when you're telling yourself before you go to bed, or you're really fucked in the night before, and you're just like, I'm done with this. I can't be bothered. This is my last bag. I don't want to do it anymore. And you promise yourself and you tell yourself tomorrow is going to be a new day. I'm going to clear everything. I'm going to clean my room. I'm going to go out for a walk. I'm going to take myself. I'm going to go shopping instead. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to get out of the house. I'm going to get out of the flat. I'm going to go see my family. I'm going to do all of this. And then the next morning happens, and you're finding your card and you're scraping the side of your bedside table or your dressing room table or wherever you fucking did any of your lines to try and fucking get that up, try and get whatever you can up your nose. I've been there. I know what it is like. And you're so disappointed in yourself and you're so shameful that you've done it again. And you're on the phone to your dealer and you're picking up your next bag, even though you promised that you said you wouldn't do it. It's so exhausting. You're so tired. I know you are so tired. It's absolutely awful. And the thing is, though, you've probably tried it before. You've probably tried to quit. You've probably said, look, I'm not going to do it for the next day. And then you may have even not done it Monday to Friday. But again, Friday comes along and you get excited and you feel all happy and you've given yourself, oh, well, I've not touched anything for 4 days. Friday comes along, you may be working. You get that Friday buzz, you go out, you have your couple of drinks, and then you're back ringing the dealer, and that cycle happens again. And then it's Sunday night, you've not been to sleep, you've spent all your wages, you're trying to work out what the hell you're going to do tomorrow for work. Don't know who even you're around anymore because you're probably gone to after party and all your actual friends have just gone home, but you're still out. I fucking feel ya. It's fucking grim. It's absolutely grim. And you also just don't know how other people stop, because I remember when I was in that point where you are right now, all my friends used and we all worked. So that denial within me was just so loud, even though there were so many nights where I promised myself I wasn't going to pick up the next day, and I was done with sniffing cat. I was so done. I was in so much pain. My bladder, physical, kidney pains. I was skin and bones. My nose was just grotty as hell. And that washing machine brain, I was so done, and I was suicidal at points. It was just not okay, but all my friends were doing it and it was so normal. And it was like, how the hell do people stop doing this? And what is life without using? I had no clue. I'd been using drugs and drink from such a young age. So I had no idea what life was like without the use of drugs. everything I did was surrounded by using drugs, going to the cinema, going to drinks, going for brunch, whatever it was, there was always a bag on me or a bag with my friends, and dealers would be dropping off more. There was drink, everything that I did was around it. Even work. I worked in recruitment, and my God, cocaine was rife. So it's like, how the fuck was I meant to stop? How the fuck are you meant to stop when it's everywhere? Do you get me? So I understand that torment that you're in, the battle. It's fucking horrible. And that constant bargaining, saying one last time, the planning to stop as well. I remember when I was in that, and I was always saying, me and my best friend who used to live with each other, we used to be there in the night, sniffing away, coked out of our heads, just saying, right, this is what we're going to do, having amazing business ideas, incredible business ideas, being like, right, this is how we're going to do it. We're going to stop this. This stuff is ruining our lives. We're going to do X, Y, Z. We're going to start going to the gym after work. We're going to do this. We're going to plan our days out. And then the next day, I'd be like, right, well, we may have gone to work, gone to the gym, and we've said, you know what? We've done all of that. Let's just get a bottle of wine tonight. We're not picking up. We're just getting a bottle of wine because society tells us that's okay. And then the bottle of wine would finish. And we're like, well, shall we just get another one? Get another one. Shall we pick up? And then boom, we'd have picked up and we're back to square one. And it's like 3, 4 in the morning. I've got work at 8 in the morning and I'm fucking sniffing away. And then I'm having to take Valium, smoke a load of weed to get some sleep, wake up, hungover to fuck, sniffing whatever's on my bedside table, swigging whatever dregs are in the bottles from the night before, brushing my teeth, washing my face, putting a bit of slap on and going to work. And it was just like that cycle of, oh, horrific. So I wanted to do more episodes like this where I want you to understand that I get it. I wish I could take things away from you and I wish I could just do it for you, but I can't do it for you. But what I can do is help you understand and help you feel less alone, because that just the constant cycle of feeling like you're stuck is just horrible, and I just don't want you to feel alone in this. But I do know that there is another way out, but it is down to you to do that. But for this episode, it's just a case of I just want you to know that I hear you. But if you are open about speaking about where you're at in your addiction, please comment below. Let's chat. And I really hope that if you are saying no more tomorrow, that tomorrow is that day that you stay clean. But if not, don't worry, because I know how fucking hard it is. Just be a little bit easier on yourself. And the thing is, though, if you're still using and you're in that cycle still, you don't need to know how to stop using. It's just a case of, I kind of want you to feel less alone, so then you come to a bit of a more honest reflection on yourself and try and get out of that denial. Because when you're trying to battle this by yourself, and the bargaining that you do with yourself, that power that the drug has on you is so unbelievably overwhelming. So I feel like when you're doing it together, if we're speaking together, then hopefully you will come to more, don't know how to describe it, it's like when you start speaking about it more to yourself, and when you start being a little bit more honest with yourself, it becomes a little bit more real of how powerless you are over this drug. So I think that's what I'm trying to say, but I don't know. Anyways, I just want you to also know that this whole, if you're feeling confused about everything, it's totally normal as well. If you're feared up about what is life without the use of drugs, that again is totally normal. And there is another positive thing that comes with that, is that it actually means that you are aware that there's something not right in your life currently, because if it was right for you, you wouldn't have fear of the unknown, and the fear of getting rid of substances is actually a good thing, because you call really telling yourself that what you're doing isn't right for yourself. And then also the last thing as well is the fact that you wanting to stop is such a big thing. Wanting to stop is the first step of all this whole recovery journey. People can go through life never wanting to stop, but are slowly killing themselves with this addiction. But if you are somebody that is wanting to stop, and yes, you have no idea how to, but then that desire to stop is a fucking gift. So try and hold on to that. You don't actually need the certainty of wanting to stop either, though. It's just the willingness. All recovery and getting clean and all of that stuff purely is just willingness. It's not about, I'm going to do this, this is what I'm going to do, because as soon as we start going, this is what we're going to do, bam, 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 it becomes too much. It becomes far too overwhelming. So just having the willingness to make small changes is enough for now. So if you can, if you're still watching, my biggest advice would be to maybe tell maybe one person, just one person, the truth. One person in your life, maybe your best friend, maybe your brother, your sister, or your mum or dad, or just write it down. Just get it out of your head. The fact that you do want to stop and you want to make a change. Don't promise forever. Do not say to yourself, I'd never wanted to take drugs ever again. Even myself, 4 years clean, I'm never going to say that about myself, because that's far too overwhelming. It's just for today. So just for today, I really don't want to pick up drugs, and that's it. And then if you can as well, last thing is just try and stay clean and sober for just this next hour. Just this next hour. Just try not to pick up anything, or try not to sniff anything or smoke anything or anything like that, just for this next hour. That's all. So I hope this helps. Please, like I said, if you're open to speaking about where you're at in your addiction, please drop me a comment and let's have a chat. If not, don't worry, and I hope to see you next week. This is Still Addicted, and my name is Isra. Thank you.